What's up, everybody? I want to go over a few things for you today. How to get the most miles as an over-the-road truck driver, especially if you work for Rosedale Transport. I'm going to show you how I get the miles here. Now, every trucking company is different. You got to learn their operations, and you got to learn how they run. There's certain lanes and how your dispatcher works. But for the most part, these few things that I'm about to go over with you will help you in the long run to get the miles. If you work at Rosedale Transport, you definitely can get more miles by doing these few steps. Number one is going to be time management. Let's go over time management with it. What you want to do with that is you want to make sure that you're using your clock efficiently. You don't want to use it half butt. You want to use it all of it so that way you can get the most miles out of your week. I could get over 3,000 miles and still be home for 34 hours every week because I use my clock right. That being said, I call ahead to my shippers. I call ahead to my receivers. I don't leave it just to dispatch to find out if I can sleep there or if I'm not going to sleep there. I'm proactive with it. I'm asking the right questions. Hey, can I sleep there? Can I park there? And I look ahead of time. I don't wait for dispatch to tell me if the weather's going to be bad or if it's too much it's going to rain, it's going to be too rainy, your traffic's going to be bad. I'm looking ahead and I'm planning ahead. Okay, Nashville's going to be here. I need to pick up this load here. I need to make sure that I'm getting there at this certain time. So let me give you a good example. All right, this morning I had a 9 a.m. delivery in Minnesota. All right, let's just say, for example, that I left out, and let's say I could have got here at 8 p.m. last night. So I think, oh, well, I'll just pull over about an hour from there and I'll just get up, let's say around 7 o'clock, and I'll still get there an hour early. Let's just say, use that for example. So let's say I'll pull over at the truck stop and I had time to get there and I knew I could sleep there because I already called them, but I wanted to, get me old sody water, or I wanted to, I don't know what I wanted to do. I don't know. I wanted to hang out at the truck stop for some reason. So I didn't go all the way there. All right. So I get up this morning, let's say 5:30, do my pre-trip, 6. So I'm gonna be early. It might take me early, maybe. Well, then I get up and thinking that I'm gonna start early. So I start my clock at 5:30 in the morning. I get up, I do a pre-trip, I drive the last hour, and let's say I get there at 7:30 in the morning. And let's say they don't take me until 9 a.m. 9 a.m. they take me, that's my appointment. 9 a.m. they take me, and then let's say it takes 3 hours to unload. Now it's 12 o'clock noon. Now, mind you, I started my clock at 5:30 this morning. Then at 12 o'clock comes around, and let's say dispatch didn't have you a backload ready until 1 to 2 o'clock. All right, then you leave out at 2. Well, guess what? You can't drive past 7:30 because you started your 14 at 5:30. So you're only going to get 5 hours. You're only going to be able to get 300 miles. Now, you take the same driver, you take the same dispatcher, you take the same run, you take the same truck with the same amount of time. They drove all the way there, got there at, say, 8 p.m. that night, went off duty, okay? Or they get there, they say, hey, go ahead and get in the dock. Go ahead and put it in the dock. Now, you're legally, go ahead and get in the dock, and you go off duty. Now, at 9 a.m., they come out there and say, start unloading you, but you're still off duty. You're not out unloading it. You're not actually getting a bill signed. You can literally still be off. So then you're just chilling, you're resting, they're unloading you, and 3 hours goes by, it's 12 o'clock. They get you unloaded, okay? Your dispatch calls you and said they can't have a load till 1, 2 o'clock. That's fine. You're still sitting there. You have not moved yet. Now you start your clock at 2 o'clock. Now you're getting a full 11 hours of driving. You're getting 600 miles versus the same driver that only got 300 miles because he did not plan his load right. So if you plan your loads right, same driver, same dispatcher, same place, you can utilize that clock to get the most miles. Also, your 30-minute break. I try to get my showers in the daytime. I like taking a shower. I don't mean no stinky trucker, you know what I'm saying? So I want to get a good shower. So I'll stop during the daytime, take my 30-minute break, and get my shower then. Instead of taking my 30-minute break over at the rest area, and I'm sitting there, whatever, taking my time, using the bathroom, walking around for a minute. Then I need to get a shower. Then I stop and get a shower. And then I'm like, oh man, I really need to wash some clothes. Then I stop and wash some clothes. That driver on the same route, the same dispatcher is only going to get it 300 miles versus 600 miles. Think about things. Or let's say you use your time during your 10-hour break. I'll take my time at my 10-hour break. Like you could go and you could stop at, say, at a truck stop, You can do your laundry then, take your shower then, get your exercise then, do your meal prepping then. Utilize your time. Drivers, we're out here to make the most money, not only for our company to be profitable, but we want us to be profitable as well. I'm not out here sightseeing. I'm out here to send money home to my wife and to take care of my kids. So that's the way you got to do it. Now, also, dealing with dispatchers. All right, let's say you get a dispatcher that's a bad dispatcher can hurt you, but it also a bad driver can make a dispatcher also look bad. Let me give you an example. Okay, let's say you do got a bad dispatcher. You go a couple miles, a couple weeks in a row, and they're not giving you miles. Maybe it's your fault, maybe it's their fault. I don't know what the situation may be, but if your miles are getting lower and lower every week, you take that, you have some data to go with, and then you go see the operations manager, which is here at Rosedale, which is Chris Deals, at the operations manager. You go see him and you say, hey, look, I'm not getting these miles. And then what he'll do is he'll have to sit down with the dispatcher and find out what the problem is, and then he'll start getting your miles. Now, it may come back that you might be the problem, or it could be the dispatcher's the problem. But he will work with you, and the bottom line is they want these trucks to be profitable. They want to make money. They want you to make money, so they're going to fix that problem. But you got to communicate. It's not telling on your dispatcher. You got to make money. Their job is to get you miles. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to jack them up. Hey, I got to get my miles, big dog. What's going on? Is it something I'm doing? Is it you're afraid? Is it lanes? You not know how to dispatch, or do I not know how to drive? You got to look at it and see, but you got to have a couple data, at least a few weeks of low miles before you go to the operations manager. That should work at any company that you're at. All right. You got to ask the right questions. You need to start asking your dispatcher, say, hey, is this a drop? Is this a live load? Is this a non-live load? So you can prepare. It may come on the Samsara, and it may say, or Qualcomm, whatever you have, that delivery time at 9 p.m. And a lot of times, you know, that some places are strict delivery. But guess what? They might take you earlier that day. It might be a drop. So you asking the right questions, is that your fault? You get there at 5 p.m., you're like, well, they don't take me till 9. I better go to the truck stop and get me old cheeseburger and soda water and hang out over there. Ask your dispatcher. And you can't just blame your dispatcher for not telling you. Yes, they should be helping you and they should tell you, but it's not a perfect world, big dog. It's not perfect. So ask the right questions. Can I sleep there? Can I not sleep there? You can, ask your dispatcher, is it a drop? Is it not a drop? These things can help you out in the long run by just asking the right questions. So it may not be the dispatcher's fault. It maybe is your fault for not asking the right questions. So you say, hey, you think they might take me early? Can you find out? Then you got to be proactive. You got to say, okay, how I do it is, let's say it's I'm driving through and it shows I'm gonna be there in 3 hours. When I'm about 2 hours away, I'm on the phone. Yo, Joe, what's happening? I'm about to be there in 2 hours. You got me a back load? No, not yet. Well, get to working on it, big dog. I'm ready to roll. Got to keep your tires turning and burning. That way your dispatcher will know that you want to keep rolling and that you're going to be there. They may think that, okay, well, it's not scheduled at 12 noon tomorrow, but it's 10 p.m. I'm going to be here at 10 p.m. tonight. I want them to know to have me a load at 10 p.m. tonight, not 12 tomorrow. So the more data that I can give my dispatcher, the more efficiency that I can be, the more better that he's going to be, the more everything just flows better, and it makes the company more profitable. And if the company's more profitable, then you're going to be more profitable because they should give you raises and start giving you money, and it adds value to yourself. And then you can stand out and say, hey, I can get the most miles, I can get the most revenue from my company, and I'm going to be a good driver. It's not all about job hopping or jumping from this company to this company. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. You may think that the grass is greener on the other side. This company may be paying 5 cents more per mile or 10% more per mile, but what are the disadvantages of that? I'd rather make X amount of money than this amount of money if it don't mean I'm not gonna get the miles. So every operation is different. Every operation is not the same. So I'm happy making less per mile, but I'm getting all the miles I need. I'm working efficient. What's the difference if I make an extra 10 cents a mile if I'm sitting all the time and making less money? That doesn't make no sense to me. And I have the lanes that work. So that's why I work for Rosedale Transport. Hey, if you're looking for a good job and you're an experienced driver and you want to come to a company that's going to treat you like you're a human being, that's going to treat you like your family, then look no further. Rosedale Transport, 706-226-1003. Ask for Tina up in recruiting. She'll get you hooked up. They got good miles here. You get good equipment. You got a sign-on bonus you can get on. And hey, they'll treat you like you're somebody. You can call up your dispatcher and be like, hey, let's get this job done now. Let's go. Instead of, there's a truck number 1003 waiting for load number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I ain't no robot. I ain't gonna be no robot. I don't want to ever be a robot. I'm Shawn, and I want to be like, hey, this is Shawn, let's roll. I want a personal relationship with my dispatcher. That's why I'm at Rosedale Transport. But also, if you're a new driver, they also hire new drivers right out of school. They'll reimburse your school for you. They'll actually pay you back for going to school, and they pay more than any other company for new drivers. So make sure you check them out at 706-226-1003. It's your boy Shawn with Trucking Life with Shawn, bringing you another video to help you succeed in trucking life. I'll teach you what the CDL schools will not teach you. Let's get it.